Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know the time you get to have access to this presentation. Those are my particulars I would want to say out. Talking about the name and talking about the phone number. That is my name. But people would say Mulenga Kunda, Kunda Mulenga, just one and the same. No have them at times. And that my WhatsApp phone number that you can reach me on in case you have something to say, you have an inquiry, you have a question to ask. That is the number that you can reach me on. Today, I just want to look at some few compiled questions from grade 9 mathematics paper 1. Some few questions that are compiled, and they're the ones that we're going to look at. So to start with, we're gonna look at I just called it e-learning in grade 9 mathematics, but the document is called the learning point. And we have the first question. The first question is this one here. Allow me to present it this way. Very good. So that's the question that we have. And this question is saying, question 1 says, oh, again, it is hidden. How do I, okay, like that. Yeah, so question 1 says, the vertices, the vertices, these are the corners of a plane figure that we want to draw. The vertices of a quadrilateral, quadrilateral is a plane figure that has got 4 sides. And you can count here, there are 4 letters coming from each corner. So vertices of a quadrilateral, and these are the points. And in coordinate geometry, a point is denoted by x, y. So when you have 1, 1 is for x and 1 is for y, 2, 2, just like that. The first letter is for x and the other letter is for y. So that is the way you can understand which one is coming from x and which one is coming from y. So without wasting much of the time, and then they say is only the x or y plane. This is a plane where I've got the y-axis here as well as the x-axis. Now, unfortunately, our x-axis does not have the numbers. So let us just put them there so that we can have this one as our, can have a 1 here, a 2 here, a 3 here, a 3, and a 4. Yeah, maybe I should use different colors. Let me see if I can use different colors as we put the points in here. So we can have this one 1, then we can have this one 2, can have this one 3, and again that one 4. Okay, and then even this side we can have this one as -4. Okay, just allow me to stretch it a little bit. -4. Okay, just allow me to label it -3, and then this one -2, then this one -1. Yeah, this is the best way to go. I forgot I was supposed to get this at the beginning. So we have these vertices, and then the question says on the x or y plane, this is our x or y plane, we plot the points A, B, and C. So we're gonna be following these points one by one. So we go to point number 1. the point number one here. Okay, so point number one, first let me save that. Okay, yeah, okay. So point number one, what we have is this is point number one. So from the x-axis we have -2, and from the y-axis we have -2. So this is our x-axis here, and then our point, which is -1, is along this line. At any point you pick along this line, the value of x is -1. And we also have from the y-axis here, from the y-axis we have -1, and along this line which cuts the y-axis at -1, at any point you pick, we're gonna have the value of y, which is -1. So where these two lines are meeting, that is the point we're looking for there. So allow me to do that. Okay, so let us plot them. Let us plot them. Let us plot them. So y comma -1 comma -1, it's definitely at that point, is definitely, allow me to do that. It's definitely at that point. That is 1 comma -1. Then the other one that we have is here. Now we have x, which is -2, and y +2. So the x, which is -2, is along this line. At any point along this line, that's where we've got 2, which is negative. And then the y, which is positive, the y, which is +2. Oh, sorry, I've just swapped them. We're saying x is -2, so the line which is cutting the x-axis at -2 is this line, and then the y is positive, y +2. So +2 is along that line. So whereas these two guys are meeting is definitely there. That's the point. Okay, so we need to indicate the point where this line lies. -2 comma +2 is right over there. Then the other one is x3, y2. x3 is along this line and y3 is along that line. So these guys, they meet there. Yeah, that's the point where these guys are meeting. That's the point where these guys are meeting. Oh, I've removed one. Which point? Okay, it's this one which must remain. And the other one that we have is +2 on the x-axis and -2 on the y-axis. So -2 on the y-axis and +2 on the x-axis is right over here. I think I made a mistake on this point here. We're saying so -1 comma 1 is right over here. Then -2 comma 2, -2 on x, -2 on x, and then 2 on y is right over here. And then the other one that we have is +3 on x and 2 on y is right over here. So this one must be removed. Yeah, these are the points that we want. These are the points that we want. So that's what we're told, is just to plot. Now it's important that we indicate the numbers, that the letters, that this is A, and then this one is B, then this one is both are positive, that is C, and then that one is D. Yeah, that's what the instructions are saying. Then after that, what do we do? B says join them. So we're going to join these points. 2 says join the points from A to B to C and to D. So allow me to use a straight line. Point A starts from here, goes all the way up to here, and then B to C goes there, and then C to D goes there, and then back to A. Wow, that's so amazing. Now you can see that the shape that we have made is a the shape that we've made is a trapezium. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a question which is talking about that is right over here. So the question says, what is a special name of this quadrilateral? The quadrilateral, the special name that we can give to this quadrilateral is called a trapezium. So the name of trapezium, trapezium, oh Jesus Christ, it's called trapezium. Mostly they use the Z, trapezium. Yeah, there are some books they use S, trapezium. Yeah, but I think Z works for me. So that is the name trapezium. Trapezium. That is the name of the quadrilateral A, B, C, and D. So that's the first question that we have. Now, if we can go to the second question, we will have a second question. The second question is this one here, is that one there. Good, that is our second question. Now the second question says, second question says, so that is okay. So the second question says, the table below shows the the frequency distribution of the marks that are obtained by 30 learners. So the total number of learners that sat for a test in mathematics, there were 30. Yeah, there were 30. There were 30. So we can even see that these are the number of learners that are indicated right over here, and these are the marks in that slot. So five learners got the marks between 1 and 10. Then they didn't do good. They didn't do good. And then 9 of them got between 11 and 20. 7 of them got between 7 and 30. Then we have 6 of them that obtained marks between 31 and 40. While we have 3 of them that got marks 41 up to 50. Yeah, they didn't do a pretty good job. They did not do a pretty good job. So that is the information that we have. And then the question says, what is the model? What is the model? Now, when you hear of the word model, what does it mean? Model means the one with the highest frequency. The highest frequency. So now, what is a frequency? Jesus, why am I making these mistakes? Frequency. So the highest frequency, we're talking about the one that has the highest number. And if you can check from the table here, the highest number that we have is 9. The highest number that we have here is 9. Because we have 5 here, we've got 9, we've got 7, got 6, and got 3. But the highest number that we have here is 9. Therefore, the marks that got us the highest number of learners are the marks that are between 11 up to 20. So 11 up to 20 is the model in the class. The model mark would call. Why have we picked on that? Because that is a range that has given us the highest number of learners. Okay, so with all that said, then we can proceed to the next question. The next question says, use the information in the table to complete the bar chart. Now, remember, this is a bar chart. The bar chart is a chart that indicates the beams, that indicates the frequency with some spaces in between. Yeah, with some spaces in between. So we have what's this? We have they have illustrated for us. Between 1 and 10, the number of learners are 5, because these are the marks in the range, and these are the number of learners. So 5 of them, they got us the marks between 1 and 10. So we have 10 to 11 to 20. You go back to the table. 11 to 20 goes all the way up to 9, somewhere there. So that means we need to draw a line. Oh no, my hand is not. Oh no, my hand is not that straight. So gonna draw a line. Okay, let me just use a line here so that I don't struggle much. So we're gonna draw a line from that point up to here, and then we do something like that. We pick another one here all the way up to that. If you want, of course, you can even paint it. If you want, you can even paint it. Yeah. How do we paint? How do we paint? We're just gonna get a pencil. Oh no, that's way too big. And then if you want, you can paint like that. But I'm not gonna do much of the painting. I'll just do the indication. Yeah. That is the one, but that doesn't look too good. Yeah, just like that, I think. Then we go to the other one. The other one is 21 up to 30. There are 7 of them. So 7 is somewhere there. Okay, so we're gonna draw another line from here all the way up to that, and then we get to have another one from here up to that, and then we join these 2 lines. Okay, so that is how we do. And remember, these must be shaded. Then the other one is between 31 and 40. There must be 6 of them. So up to somewhere there, corresponding to 6, somewhere there. Yeah. And then you get to have another one lifted, and these ones joined. Then the last one is between 41 and 50, which is this one. But there were only 3, so 3 slightly up to that, I think. So you can do that, you can do that, and that, except that we don't want this line. Yeah. So this is what we can do. This is what it means when they say complete the bar chart. All you need to do is to confirm what you have in the table as well as what you have in the diagram. So if you can confirm with me, 41 and 50, the one that I've just covered, is somewhere here. Somewhere here. And then 31 to 40 is here. Then 21 to 30, this one there. 11 to 20, that one there. And 1 to 10, that's the one they had drawn for us. So that's how best you can present the information. Okay, then we can go to the next question. The next question says, construct a flow chart for the program that determines whether a given number is a positive or a negative number. Wow, this question was a little bit of higher knowledge, because mostly you're supposed to come up with a pseudocode, and then out of the pseudocode you convert it to the flow chart as the question demands us, the flow chart. So let us see how we can come up with a pseudocode. So the first thing that we need to do whenever using a computer, like the one that I'm using when making this video, the first thing that we need to do, these are the steps. Step number 1, you need to start. You cannot initiate the computer minus starting the program. So the first thing that we need to do is to start. Now, the second thing is we want to determine whether that number is positive or negative. We don't know that number. So the best thing that we need to do is just to enter the number. or just say enter number. Yeah. Now, when we enter that number, we don't know whether that number is positive or negative. So we need to ask, is the number positive? We need to ask a question so that we know if that number is positive or not. If it is positive, then we need to display, we need to show or display that display the message. We need to display the message that so the message that we're going to display, I'll put it in the inverted comma. The message that we're going to display will be put in the inverted comma, and where do I get the inverted commas? Okay, I'll just do that. Okay, so the message will be positive. If the number is positive, it has to confirm that number is positive. And if it's not positive, we are going to say or else. No, not or else. Or and else, they are the same. So if it is not positive, then else it must be negative. Else. So what happens is, if you enter, you find that the number is positive, then the message has to indicate, a confirmatory message has to show that number is positive. And the number is negative, else show that, so the message that we are going to see on the screen is that the number is negative number. Yeah. So these are the procedures that we're going to have. And then after that, of course, you can never just leave the computer running the whole night. It has to stop. So that means the flow chart that we're going to have should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shapes that are being connected by the connecting arrow. So let us see how far we can go with that. The first thing is to start. So inside of that start button, remember these instructions must be written inside the shape. So the first thing that we need to do is to start. After you start, then what do you do? After you start, then you need to have a connecting arrow that's going to the next shape. And then when you say enter, you know the shape for enter. Yeah, the shape for enter has to be something like that, something like a parallelogram, something like that. Haven't drawn it perfectly well, but that is an enter shape. So we're gonna enter in there. We're gonna write in there that enter number. Enter number. Every instruction must be written inside of the shape. And once we enter the number, we go again and put a direction arrow. Now, when you go to this guy now, is the number, this is a decision. Oh, this is a decision that we're gonna make. We are tasked to indicate whether the number is positive or negative, because we have just entered that number, but we don't know the nature of the number. So we're gonna indicate a decision shape. And how do you get to have a decision shape? Okay, how do you get to have a decision shape? We'll have it like that, but I haven't done too well. We'll have it, oh no, how do I get to have it done in the best way? So that is the decision shape. Then we also need to write the question inside by saying, we need to write it inside here by asking the question that is the number positive? Okay, you need to write the full word, but let me see if I can just abbreviate it. Is the number positive? But that positive must be written in words. Is the number positive? We need to ask our questions. Now here we are going to take an inventory of our lives to say, If this number is positive, then we need to display the message. Yeah. So here we're gonna have two. We're gonna have two. We're gonna have two. We're gonna have two answers. Either it's a yes or no. So we're gonna have a yes this side, and we're gonna have a no on the other side. We're also likely to have a no. But if the answer is yes, what is the instruction saying? Instruction says, okay, the instruction says that if the answer is yes, then you display this message, positive number. So remember, a display a display is more or less like showing. So you need to have a display shape. Yeah, that is our display shape. Okay, that is our display shape, which is the same as the one that we're gonna have on the no side. Yeah, so that is our display shape. And remember, we said that this side likely to have a no. And once we do this, what do? We need to enter the message inside. We say positive number because that's what they said. And if it's not, we still have to enter even this side that the number is negative. So you say negative number. Okay, now whether the number is positive, whether the number is negative, the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, we need to stop this program. So we're gonna stop it. Yeah, we're gonna stop it. Whether the number is positive, the number is negative, the truth of the matter is that we're gonna stop our program. So we need to stop. That is a stop shape. Yeah. So we're gonna put it right here, and then we stop it. Inside of that, we're gonna indicate the word stop because this program is done. So just gotta stop it. How many did I say? 6 of them. Let us confirm if they are. So we have, let us confirm if they are. So we've got 1 here, we've got 2 here, we've got 3 here, we've got 4 here, we've got 5, and we've got 6. And they are all connected by the direction arrow. So that's what we need to do. The question was a little bit involving. So let's go now to the next question. Okay, let's get to the next question. This is the next question. After that, do we have another one after this one? Oh, there are quite a lot. Yeah, quite a lot. Okay, so this is the one that we have. And then this is a triangular prism. It's a triangular prism, but be reminded that when you're dealing with a triangular prism, you make sure that you denote where the base is. The base is not necessarily where the shape is lying. The base is that part which is identical to the top. So you can see that this triangle and that triangle are identical to each other. So you can take this one as a base. Why do I emphasize on the base? Always, that's what you need to do. Why do I emphasize on the base? Because the formula for the volume, we say volume is equal to base area and then multiplied by height. That is the formula that we use. Now, base area, what is the shape of the area? The shape of a triangle is 1/5. So allow me to say 20. So the height is 20. And once you multiply these two, you find that what is going to be the answer? What is going to be the answer? Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot. Yeah, I don't have a calculator with me, but 3 times 5 is 45, I know. Okay, oh yeah, the best that we can do, the 0.5, the 0.5 and a 20 gives us a 10. So 10 then multiply by, remember this is the mathematics, don't use a calculator. Then that gives us a 10. Then 4 times 5 times 9, that's gonna be 45. So 45 times 10 is going to be 450. 450 centimeter cubed. The key thing was understanding which one is the base, because we go by base area times height. So once you understand the base, and all your troubles are ended. Okay, we go to the next question. The next question is right over here. Functions. Functions are very simple only if you understand what is happening. So we're given the function. This is a function. The function that we have, that they have given us, is function of x is given by 5. You subtract the product of 2 and x. So that is what we have. Function of x is equal to 5 minus 2x. So what do we do when such a situation comes? What do we do? We are given the domain. So now they're asking us to find the range. Now when they say the domain is the same as the input. These are the domain, these are the respective values of x. So we need to find the solution when this value of x is substituted by any of these numbers. Yeah, so they're asking us to find the range. The range is the value of x. So what we need to do is just say function here, allow me to leave a space here, and then equal to 5, then minus 2. Again, I'm gonna leave a space. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. So what we need to do is just to start substituting. So we can say, if you want, you can have the values of x here, and you can have the values of y here. This is the range. I'll find the range. No, this is a domain. This is a domain, and this is the range. So in the domain, what we have -2, we have -1, and a 0. Yeah. So we're gonna be substituting now. We get this -2, and we put it here. We also put it here. And we're gonna say 5 minus 2 times 2, that's gonna give us 4. And the answer will be, oh, this one is -1, so it's gonna give us positive 4, that will give us 9. So the corresponding value of -2 is 9. The same thing has to be done to these things. Yeah, the same thing has to be done. Now we're gonna substitute it with -1, and we put a -1. We're gonna have 5 minus -2 times -1 will give us +2, and the answer is gonna be 7. So we put 7 here, and then when we have a 0, everything here cancels out, and we're gonna have a 5. So these are corresponding values. So we're gonna say the range is equal to, we have a 9, we have a 7, and we have a 5. So this is the range. Very, very simple. Then the other one is talking about now, now they're saying f of x vatipasa, f of x is 3. Now, what is going to be the value of x? So here okay, so we have, allow me to just do this, allow me just to do that. So the question says, they're saying f of x is given by 5 minus 2, and then we multiply by x. Now this time around, the f of x has been given to be 3. So they are saying find the value of x. What that just practically means is that if this side here, this because remember this f of x is the same as that f of x. So what they're saying, where there's f of x this time around, we're gonna put a 3. They're saying where there's f of x must be 3, and then you equate it to 5 minus 2x. That's what it means. Yeah, so what do we do? What it means here is that you're gonna say 3, this is a number without an x, must go there. We're gonna have 5, and then we equate to a negative 2. And when you subtract these two, we have negative 2 equal to negative, or here there's x, negative 2x. We divide by negative 2 here, we divide by negative 2 here, and the value of x is gonna be 1. That's what it means. The value of x is gonna be 1. We go to the other question. The other question is, I think this is the last one. This is the last one. Very good. Very, very, very what? Very, very good. So the last question says, in the diagram below, we are given the vertices K, L, and M. At least 2 of them, they are my initials. M stands for Mlenga. K stands for Kunda, who lives in Lusaka. Wow, that's good. So Mlenga Kunda lives in Lusaka. MKL, these are the vertices that we have. And then we have got angles. Now, the way the angles are represented, when they say MKL, you consider the middle number. You consider the middle number. So our middle number here is K. So that means at that point K, that's where the angle is. And when they say that MLK, you consider the middle number. This time around, the middle number is at L, sorry, and that is where this angle is. Now, that is the first information that I wanted to bring out. But the second one is you need to study the nature of the diagram. What's the nature of the diagram? The nature of the diagram is that this is a triangle. What type of a triangle? An isosceles. An isosceles triangle is a triangle that has 2 sides that are equal. And these 2 sides that are equal, the point where they're meeting these lines, these sides are also equal. So what it means that the angle at K is equal to the angle at L. Then we find the value of x. So we just need to equate them, that 3x minus 65 must be equal to 2x minus 20 minus 20. That's the information that we have, because they are equal, they are the same. So the best thing that we need to do is to collect the like terms. Now that 3x that you see here, we'll keep it on the left, 3x. Now the 2x, which is after the equal sign, is positive. So when it gets to the other side, it becomes minus 2x. What are we remaining with on the right hand side? Negative 20. Okay, so we're going to have equal to a negative 20. And we have a 65 here, which is before the immediately before the bracket. So once it goes on the other side, it becomes 65. And we can subtract there. 3x minus 2x just gives us x. And the answer is equal to negative 20 plus 65. 2 different signs, all you got to do, subtract and get a sign from the bigger number. So the bigger number there is 65, and the sign is positive. So when you subtract the two, you find that the answer is going to be 45 degrees. So that is what is expected. So the value of x is positive 45. Yeah, that's what we had for today. And now let me show you the work that you expected to do. The work that you expected to do as exercise, we have this one here. It says find the volume of the triangular prism given below. At least this one is seated. You know that what you have at the base is the same as what you have at the top. So it is very easier to find the volume. However, the height is not nicely drawn. The height here got to be 20 centimeter. The height is 20 centimeter. Yeah, that's the height. It's a good thing that I've run through so that you see it. So the height is 20 centimeter, and then the question is find the volume. Then the other one is here. Allow me to reduce it a little bit. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so this is what we have. The last question. In the diagram, in the X or Y plane, you need to plot those vertices, and thank goodness all the numbers are there. So we need to plot these on this grid, and then later on we join the points and we draw the line which is cutting the x-axis at 6. That's what we have. And once that is done, send the solution. Oh, we have another one, my goodness. That one is also coming from computer. So given that a density D of a stone and its mass M, complete the flow chart below for calculating and displaying its volume. But this one is very good. This one is very good because the shapes are already there. We just need to supply them with the instructions. And once we are done, of course, send the details. Send the answers to this number. Send the answers to this number. So I think that's where we'll end for today. See you next time.